welcome to Aviation this week on Channels Television. I'm Bukola Joe Oketumi, and this edition of the program is reaching you from the Lorry International Airport in Kwara State. And our topic up for discussion is the issue of stowaway and the dangers associated with this act. A stowaway is an individual who boards any means of transportation illegitimately. Stowaways in an aircraft will face many dangers, which include freezing temperatures and oxygen starvation. And our background report is up next.
A stowaway is a person who secretly boards a vehicle such as a ship, a train, an aircraft in order to travel without paying as well as not being detected. In 2014, the Federal Aviation Administration said there have been 105 stowaways on 94 flights worldwide since 1947. Just 24% have survived the attempt. Even that number seems high because it's literally impossible to survive the condition as the plane climbs into the sky at high altitudes. Just recently, a young man identified as Emmanuel Ogochukwu managed to place himself between the front wheels of a Medview aircraft from Lagos to London and returned alive. The Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority says it has launched an investigation into claims that a teenager survived 12 hours hidden in the wheel compartment of a plane between Lagos and London. The NCAA said it's disturbed by the incident because of its implications for air safety, saying how the teenager survived at such an altitude of 32,000 feet remains a mystery, as the airline indicates it's also collaborating with the authorities. There have been other examples. In March 2010, a Nigerian man was found dead in the nose wheel compartment of its Delta Airlines Boeing 777 aircraft parked on the tarmac. In August 2013, a teen in Nigeria survived a 35-minute trip in the wheel well of a domestic flight. In 2015, a 25-year-old man, Festus Chukeluba, who attempted to hide under the wheel well of a Medview aircraft on a domestic flight, was apprehended. Although many industry observers argue that stowaway in air transport is a worldwide phenomenon, they, however, agree that such incidents are becoming very frequent in Nigeria. They have attributed a lot of factors. One is aviation security. Experts have warned that inadequate manpower in the aviation department of the Federal Airports Authority of Nigeria would create gaps that could threaten the total security apparatus of all the major airports in Nigeria. Many airports in the country today don't have comprehensive security fencing. The same with perimeter fencing, which barricades the airside of the airport from encroachers and other unwanted persons. They are known as inner and outer perimeter fencing. Stowaways may risk being fined or imprisoned, since it is illegal in most jurisdictions to embark on aircraft, boats or trains as stowaways. Since the September 11 attacks, airport security has dramatically increased, and among the new security measures is watching over the fences from which stowaways usually gain entrance to an airport's runway.
Becoming a stowaway on an aircraft is like embarking on a suicide mission. That's coming from our guest, the head of aeromedical standards at the Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority, Dr. Wilfred Agai.
A stowaway is somebody who has decided to commit suicide. That is the way I look at it. Because of the extreme conditions in which the person is exposed to. The air we breathe in, it has 78% nitrogen. That's the composition of the air we breathe in. At normal level, it doesn't cause any problem because it just goes in to the body and is released easily. But when you go to flight levels above 25,000 feet above sea level and you are not within the cabin, the nitrogen within the cells or the tissues diffuses out and comes out of the tissues. And if they are trapped in some areas of the body, the joints, the abdomen, the air, and also the sinuses, then they can cause severe pain. This pain can be excruciating, and that is what we refer to as, in simple terms, decompression sickness. And if the person has acclimatized to such high altitude, like somebody who lives at a place that is 5,000 feet above sea level, over time, like the Ethiopians and the Kenyans, with that kind of acclimatization, they stand a higher chance of surviving such extreme levels of oxygen depletion and also of temperature. And if somebody is wearing good clothing, he will not be hypothermic immediately. Let's look at the hypothermia for a while. The hypothermia develops over time because of the heat that is generated by the tires during takeoff, and also the hydraulic pipes within that area. So sometimes some heat can be gotten from there.